Hello there, people! Because these are so short, I'm just going to fly through another one, quickly show it off, and basically just blast through another one, just so that way we have another mod done for today. So yeah, basically this is the decoy patch by Jason Busby. Well, this is it, my first QuakeC patch. I know that there is not much to this patch, but it was my first time with QuakeC. All I can say is, wow! You have really outdone yourselves. Using QuakeC, one can really design a completely new game. I'd like to send out special thanks to Nezu for looking into just how camera view work, and to Steve Bond, your flare patch is just too cool. Basically, those two people helped pave the way for him. He studied the hell out of their work. Anyway, the decoy program started out as just a hologram patch, just like a Duke 3D, which is very, very curious as we pretty much already had one of those mods already. Yeah, wasn't that exactly like what we were kind of seeing in Bort? Bort's mod or whatever it was called? But then he thought to himself, what if they had made the Duke 3D hologram cooler? A remote camera built in! The ability to detonate it when another player gets too close! Yeah! So it started out as a hologram patch, turned into a decoy patch, because holograms usually don't have cameras built in and the ability to self-destruct. Well, maybe they do. He's kind of lost touch with sci-fi lately. All of the messages that will be shown from Quake will still refer to them as to decoy as a hologram. He did not take the time to change them. Anyway, he's not tested this out in deathmatch, so it may be all messed up. If so, please email him with the program, and he'll get on it right away. Anyway, he knows this decoy could be more flexible, but he's new to C programming, and he'll strive to make it better. So yeah, basically, we have our different impulses here. Interestingly enough, it skips over impulse 32, but otherwise it basically cycles from impulse 31 to impulse 36. Basically, yeah, when it launched the hologram, decoy will bob up and down like a normal player that is standing still. If you'd like the QuakeC code, please email me. I'll send it to you. And then basically tells you how to install it. For users shareware, nope, sorry, go and buy the real thing. It's worth it. Don't be a freeloader. He's new to QuakeC coding, but loving it. Anyway, let's actually get to the real meat of this thing, which is trying to figure out what God's name this decoy is about. Actually, maybe I should have bound some keys, shouldn't I? Yeah, that's probably a smarter move on my part, if I actually bind the keys before I actually try and load it. Based off past experience, sometimes it doesn't work if you try and just load it from the console, so I like to bind my keys before I actually really start. So let's see here, bind to impulse 30, bind this to say impulse 32. Wait, is it 32 or 31? I thought we skipped over 32. Oh no, it's going from 31 to 33. Okay, never mind. So impulse 31, bind impulse 33. V is going to be impulse 34. Impulse 34, okay, and then we're going to have B being impulse 35. And then finally we're going to have bind a N to impulse 36. Kind of like the last mod we just checked out. This is sits basically impulses. So basically it's going to be something similar to that, but of course totally different because it's a totally different mod. And that means totally different stuff, right? Yeah, totally, yeah. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's load this thing, see what exactly we have to see. Yeah. Let's load it up because, well, I don't really have much else to say. Yeah, let's see here. Load up to level E3M4. Wait, that's not creative. I already did E3M4. E2M4. Ha! There we are. Okay, so we want to impulse 31. This will activate the hologram. There we are. There's our hologram. You know, interestingly enough, it doesn't have a player skin. I'm pretty sure I have a skin on myself. Yeah, it's not red or anything. So, there we are. So anyway, it's a hologram. If we left it there for 3 minutes, it will basically self-terminate. Whatever God's name that means. I don't know if that means it's going to blow up or what. Anyway, if we press the same button, it will deactivate it. So as you see, there's a hologram. Now, if we want to, we can turn it left and right by using impulse 33 and 34. So, like, if we turn it this way, there we are, he's turning. Oh, God, he's turning towards me. Now I turn it this way. Now he's going to look away from me. Look at this awkwardness. We get the ability to make Ranger look in every single direction, except, you know, a way that would actually be useful. Now, of course, I don't think this is actually going to have any practicality in single player. Just because single player kind of requires you to, you know, do something. Okay, now 36, I want to skip over 35, as 35 is actually detonating it, and I don't want to detonate it. I want to go just to 36, and this is a camera. As you see, it's just like the other camera view that I saw in that massive camera feature. Oh look, hologram shutdown. That wasn't 3 minutes, that was more like 1 minute. But same idea, it basically self-terminates after a bit. So there we are. And now basically you just put in here. And yeah, you get to see yourself move around. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. You know, like I said, it's like the other camera feature that we saw. And of course it would look a lot better if we didn't have all this extra stuff on my screen. So if we press this again, we get back to being the player. And here we are with our thing here. Anyway, if we press B, not enough ammo to detonate hologram. Wait, what? What ammo do I need? Huh, you know, that would have been interesting to know. Let's find out what ammo we even need to detonate a hologram. 2 rockets. Okay. Well, that's deadly. That hurt a lot. Okay, what I want to do is no target it. And we're going to try and see if we can, like, make this Death Knight angry at me. Does this actually do anything, or am I just, like, really wasting my time here? You see, he doesn't even notice him. Let's see here. So, B is going to detonate it. So if I press B, that didn't even kill him. How anticlimactic was that? It didn't even kill him. But yeah, that's our hologram, people. Just like the other hologram. Yeah, this is basically... It seems like everyone wanted to make Duke Nukem 3D, doesn't it? Seems like every feature is some feature from Duke 3D. And now we already have a second hologram, because one hologram wasn't enough. So yeah, hologram version 2. Now, explosive features! Oh look, hi there! So you see, not exactly the biggest of features. Like I said, it doesn't really serve much purpose. Because, see, unless you have a player with a default skin, that doesn't exactly go in... That's not like the other one. The other one at least looked like the player themselves. This one doesn't. It looks like, you know, just a regular default player. And so that would actually be more suspicious than anything. You just know to avoid something like that if you see, you know, a guy that looks like that. Wait, did I just blow up did I just blow him up and he, like... That was weird. Wonder if it's like rockets, like... Yeah, rockets actually hit him. Well, that's strange. Rockets can actually collide with this hologram. Very strange indeed. Anyway, as I was saying, you know, this is basically just like the decoy that we kind of saw back in, whatchamacallit, Bort's QuakeC mod. There was the Holoduke there or whatnot. There was the holograph. There was the whole feature there. This one works somewhat different because you get the ability of the camera feature, which we did see earlier as well. That was in the camera one, the barely credible camera patch. That included a camera that you could throw basically anywhere. This is specifically designed just for the decoy. But as you see, the same functionality basically exists for that with a hybrid of the other one we saw. Except for the fact that, like I said, it's just a default player instead of like actually skinned to the player, which is a bit sad. Other than that, it is a little interesting that you have the ability to like blow it up. Definitely curious, and it lasts a lot longer than the other one did. The other one only lasted like 10 seconds and required cells to use. This one's totally free to use. To detonate requires 2 rockets, but you know, that's a lot cheaper than the 10 cells was. And yeah, like, it really is a really minor thing in the grand scheme of things. Just like the other one, the hologram feature really is just a very minor gimmick in Quake. It's not really anything spectacular or really anything that really is going to be mattering. It doesn't do anything in like a co-op server. So as you see, it's like almost entirely for deathmatch, if it even works there. As he said, he doesn't even know if it works in deathmatch. So that kind of gives you an idea of how much this might or might not even work. So needless to say, really, when it comes to Quake, as you know, the biggest popularity was for the whole deathmatch scene, and so really single-player co-op, all that, kind of gets second fiddle. And so as you see with a lot of these mods, they're really designed more for like a deathmatch mindset, and yeah, you don't really get much practicality of this stuff with single-player. Because if the enemies aren't attacking the decoy, there's really not much point because it doesn't really exist to the enemies. So, yeah, like at this point it's pretty much just like a proximity mine or something you just place somewhere and wait for it to blow up. But, you know, with a bit more of a complicated nature to it. Anyway, like I said, really not the biggest of things in the world, but it is existent. It is a little gimmick to play with if you're just bored and want to have something a little bit different. Like I said, it is a bit different from the other decoy we saw because it does have some more additional features in some ways. Like, I would say this one is definitely a bit more fun, probably, to play with than the other one was, just because you can make it blow up, and just because you get the ability to, like, look through it as a camera. As opposed to the other one, which really just was the hologram and really didn't serve any purpose at all in normal gameplay. Anyway, thank you all for watching. It has been very, very pointless, and I shall see you all in something else, I guess. See you all then.